All right, so it says we're live. I'm just gonna check one thing on my computer because I want to be able. I don't know if you noticed this with StreamYard or not, but when you're shooting the video and then people comment, it's hard to especially if you have your phone like vertical, to see
Yeah,
the comments, and then you have to like tap back and forth sometimes.
yeah. It's you got to multitask. It's hard to do. When you're talking to somebody else, I've noticed it's you kind of just got to let the comments go.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, pop back in every now and again.
exactly. Um,
So just explain that to people. Like you ain't being rude, but in order to pay attention to me, you gonna miss some comments.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we got two people in here so far. So, what's going on, guys? This is Nick here out of Fear Gang. I'm here with Josh from Hustlin' 101. And I've been following his channel for, man, since he started. How many months has it been?
It's been well since I uploaded my first video. It's been about 6 months.
6 months. Yeah, that's good, dude. I think I'm right at a year. Like, I'm right there since I think it's last January is when I started.
Yeah, yeah. You were literally one of my first people like commenting on my stuff, and because when I uploaded my first video, I didn't get a view on it for a long time.
Right.
And then, before I got consistent, I had like 10 subscribers and you were one of them.
Yes. Let's go. Day one.
Yeah, they went for real.
No, I've been seeing you grow, dude, and it's incredible. I tried to give you some tips, and I don't know if it works for everybody. You know what I mean? Like a part one series, part two, part three.
I definitely
Telling your story and stuff, and hopefully leaving it on a cliffhanger to keep people engaged. That was kind of my thought process. So
I definitely took your advice into consideration because those are good ideas. And I actually like to take advice from people doing better than me too. And you've got a lot bigger following than I do. So
yeah, man.
whether
Well,
following than me is telling me, giving me advice, I tend to listen.
for sure. And I didn't do that for a long time. I think that blends into the recovery thing as well, like always taking my own advice or thinking what I know is best. And like this time around, I've really been dedicated or focused on trying to listen to others, take suggestions. Um, I don't know if it's like a guy thing or us being addicts or what it is, but I feel like we always know the best way how to like
Yeah.
manipulate situation or make it easier, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm glad that your channel's been growing. It's awesome. So anybody that we got 12 people in here right now. Anybody that is watching after this, go check out Hustlin' 101's channel. Awesome guy, great
Hey, three more subscribers. I think I'll hit 600.
dude. Yes, let's have him hit 600 guys by the end of tonight. That would be incredible. I'm stuck at like 4,980, or like I'll fluctuate. I'll go like 85, then I'll fluctuate down to 79, and it'll go back and forth.
Yeah,
So
you'll be at 5K before you know it.
yeah, for sure. Thanks, man. We got Kevin in here. How's it going, Kevin?
What's up?
Uh, so what did I want to talk about? Okay, so basically, tell us a little bit like why did you start your channel? Like what was the reason behind it? What was the purpose of it at the time?
That's a great question, dude. And there's a lot to that. Okay, so I had beat drug addiction once before, right? When I was when I was 26 years old. So this has been what 7 years ago, and I completely changed my life around. I got off probation. I had gotten out of jail around that time, and got on Subutex, and I had been taking that for about a year. And I quit it cold turkey. Went through really bad withdrawals, and I did that whole thing cold turkey, no kratom, no nothing.
Okay, and for any of the subscribers that don't know what Subutex may be, that's basically a maintenance medication that is prescribed to you normally by a doctor or like a clinic. When you're addicted to opiates, it helps you not have the physical and mental cravings and withdrawals.
Yeah, something like Suboxone.
Right.
So when I did that, I completely just basically what had happened is I had an epiphany. I was looking around at my life. I didn't have a pot to piss in. I'm like, I'm 26 years old. I need to have something by this age, and I don't have anything.
Right.
My girlfriend left me while I was in jail. That hit me where it hurt. So I said, I got to make a change. So my brother likes to go to the gym and stuff. And he had started working out way before I did. Yeah, I said, you know what? I'm going to get up in that gym. I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm going to stop doing these drugs. And I did it, man. I quit that stuff cold turkey. I went through the withdrawals. I got in the gym, and it just went from there. It built upon itself. And 2 years later, I was clean, off probation, had my driver's license back. I was married. I had a house.
Yep.
I remember thinking to myself, back to your question about what made me start my channel. I remember thinking to myself back then that, man, if I would have started a YouTube channel and documented that whole thing, what I did was just crazy.
Yep.
So I've got that chance to do that now because, I can get back on top. I know I can. And I'm going through a lot of adversity right now. So I think it's a good opportunity to document that, to motivate people, to show them that you can do it, man.
Dude, that is one of the biggest reasons. Well, first, thanks for the answer. That I completely get it. And I think for me, a lot of the reasons why I started my channel was because I felt like in my life and the people around me, like I didn't know a lot of people like in the LGBT community, and I didn't know a lot of people that were, how do I put it, like me, I guess. Like I didn't know a lot of people that were like me that were in the community. So I wanted to put my video and story out there to hopefully like give hope, to people that may be going through the same thing. And I think that's what you documenting your journey and showing the change, like giving hope to others, right? With the drug addiction.
For sure. That's my main goal. That was my main goal, And I've doubled down. When you start YouTube, for me, you kind of got to test the waters and figure out really what you want to do, because I've got crazy stories. I've got like jail stories and stuff. I noticed people wasn't really paying too much attention to the like jail stories and stuff. So I backed off on it. I've doubled down on the drug addiction niche, and I get a lot more fulfillment out of that because I get people telling me that I'm helping them.
Right.
Drug addiction, things like that. And I mean, that's a great feeling. I'm sure you get the same thing, so.
I've gotten some serious emails, like with the whole coming out thing and then being married to their wife, for 20 plus years. And then also with the drug addiction as well. I did a video it's a safe place for the LGBT community. It's like a recovery center, a treatment center in Cleveland. Because I live up there in the summers, and I heard in your story that you're from up that way, right?
I'm from Cleveland, Tennessee.
Oh, dang it, dude. I was thinking Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. Well, dang, I was going to ask you a question about that. But anyway, I did this video for like the LGBT community, transgender people, all that are addicted to drugs. And it's a safe place for them to go to. And, dude, I got a call from the owner, I think I had a call from the owner of that place that day, or the next day I put out that video. I got 4 people in that treatment center.
Wow.
Like, and it's not one of these things that take insurance or like I'm getting paid at all. Like it's strictly nonprofit and free. So it was just, dude, it really, that hit home for sure.
Seeing you, I want to say something about that real quick.
Yeah.
You made me put my phone number in my description because I want to be more like helpful to people, because I seen one of your videos where you was talking about reach out to me, email me and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I need to do that. I need to open up doorways for people. And when I get out of jail, because I'm fixing it, we can, I'm sure you was going to ask me about that anyways, but
yep.
When I get out of jail, I'm definitely planning on getting a lot more connected with trying to help people, link them to, programs and things like that.
Yeah, no, dude, it's such a satisfying feeling. And I had that before. I used to have another channel, and it was all about heroin recovery and stuff.
Right.
And I was working with this girl, Real Talk Recovery, Nicole. I don't know if you've seen her videos on TikTok or anything. She's got 20,000 subscribers, and she was there. I remember when she first started too, and she would contact me on my page. And anyway, I sent a lot of people to treatment, dude. I helped pay for them. Like, this is when I had my moving business and I was making good money, and I would pay for their flights to go to this free treatment center, dude. But that reaching out to people and being real, I feel like there's a lot of YouTubers and yeah, a lot of YouTubers that are, I don't know, like I guess you could say fake or just in it for making money to get the views.
Yeah,
Completely, they want to make money, but yeah, there's just something about being real and relatable, being your authentic self.
yeah. Let me bring something else up real quick. This is something or not you, but another motivation for me doing what I do is I'm trying to come out and be a little bit different than a lot of these other guys. And I'm not bashing nobody. I know people get depressed and things like that. But one thing I noticed when I was going through my withdrawals and stuff is a bunch of these guys' channels, it's depressing.
Right.
Talking about you're going to be depressed for years and this, that, and I'm not saying that you're not going to go through things when you get clean, but it starts right here, right?
Right.
This is where it starts. So
yeah.
when you're trying to get clean, you're already depressed. You're
already
fact. You're going to be depressed.
For sure.
So you get on YouTube and you're hearing nothing but negativity and these guys 2 years clean talking about how they're still depressed. How is that going to motivate you to want to get clean?
Right.
I want people to look at my stuff and say, damn, this dude was a junkie just 6 months ago, and look at him. He's happy. He's in the gym. He's fixing to go to jail, and he's still got this spirit. That would motivate me, bro. That would motivate me to want to get clean.
100. You know, I really like that dude, that's awesome. Like, we're going to jump, with that being said, we're going to jump into the next question here. That is awesome. First, everybody in the comments, I know we have 11 people in here. Let me just read some of these real quick. It's hard when I'm talking to Josh and we're having a conversation to be able to read all the comments, but we just know that it's all love. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support as always. Kevin, what's going on, man? Dallas 214, man, you've been here from the beginning. Thank you so much. Josh, he just said, just subscribe to Hustling 101 because of you, Nick. Oh, thanks. Hey, Nick, great. I guess greetings from Chicago. What's up, Greg? This guy, Greg, man, I'm meeting him actually. We're having a big YouTube party, and like different people from YouTube in the LGBT community. We're going down to Key West, and they rented a house, and we're gonna all be staying there. A couple different YouTubers will be there, and then just people to meet, so we can actually meet in person. So that should be kind of.
Man, look, we're gonna meet one day. When I get, we're gonna hook.
Yeah, anytime you want to come to Florida, bro, you just let me know. Seriously.
It's been a minute since I've been to Florida. The last time I was in Florida, I went to Panama.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you were in North Florida then?
Yeah,
you were in Party City.
We got drunk. Me and my brother and my wife got drunk. This was a long time ago. We got drunk and we got it in our head one night. Let's go to Florida.
Yeah.
7-hour drive from where we was at in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So we up and went to Florida. I ended up falling asleep and woke up the next morning and we're in Florida.
Yep.
Like, damn. But we love it.
Dude, Florida, man, it's wild. You got some good people, but I forgot what the saying is. It's like, come on probation. No. Come on vacation, leave on probation.
Oh, I didn't do that, thank God.
No, I'm glad. Mina, hello, loves. Hey, Nick, it's so good that you're surrounding yourself with people that are positive energy. You're not alone in hiding the fear anymore. No more making bad choices by yourself. Yes, you are. Greg, global speaker here on LGBTQ and civil rights. Yeah, this guy's a global speaker, man, that follows me, Greg.
Wow.
So it's awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support. Now, with that being said, we're going to go into this next question for Hustlin' 101. Now, we talked about why you started your channel and what the reason was behind it. What do you see your future with it as? And I know that's a tough question because I honestly don't even know what I really want to do. But I just didn't know if you had something in mind.
I've got a vision, and I'll tell you what my vision is.
Okay.
basically I kind of touched on it. I want to be that guy that people look at to get clean. Like I want to, and I want to be as big as I can get with it.
Right.
You know, who knows how far you can take something like this, but you can look at stations like or channels like Soft White Underbelly. You
Yep.
know talking about
Exactly. Yeah.
that's a pretty good indication of how far you can take this whole drug addiction lane and stuff like that. I mean, the guy's got 5 million subscribers. He's reaching 5 million people with these stories. So the sky's the limit. And I plan on being up there one day, you know, because I
Oh,
don't stop.
100%, man. That's awesome. His stuff is raw. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't really edit anything out. That's
Yeah.
a what'd you say?
People need to hear it though.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, because it's a raw lifestyle, you know, it's a
Yeah,
it's a messed up lifestyle.
it definitely is. And speaking about that lifestyle, what do you think? What is the all right? This is going to get a little deep right here. All right. What is the reason that you think you use drugs? The main reasons you use drugs or picked up, maybe not picked up, but what is the reason you kept using them or maybe even had sober time and went back to them?
Okay. Okay. So I think I've always kind of been the type of person to have like anxiety. I'm kind of manic. I think I'm bipolar. I'm definitely ADHD. Like I've got, you know, issues, I guess you would say, but I don't like to look at them as issues. I'm just who I am. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I think this last time around, stress had a lot to do with it. You know, I was working like crazy. I was really focusing on my career. I was on. I mean, I worked 12 hours a day, 6 days a week for 2 years straight.
Yep.
You know, so
A lot.
and when that weekend would hit, I felt like I owed it to myself. And for some reason, man, when I got on that fentanyl, I didn't see nothing wrong with doing it once a week. And you know how that's how it starts.
Every time. Every time.
So I didn't see a problem with, well, this is just my downtime. I get one day off. I'm going to enjoy it how I want to enjoy it. And this is what I'm going to do. And I don't know if you watched the story on how I started with fent. It wasn't really an intentional thing. It just
Right.
happened. And
Yeah.
I kept, you know, a connection opened itself up to me. And I kept going back to it, like I said, on my days off. And I thought I could keep it under control. And when you're an addict, man, you never really can keep that type of stuff under control. So, you know, it got back out of hand. And once it did, and there towards the end of my losing my job, it was getting bad. It was getting worse and worse because I was meeting more people. I was getting more involved with the dealers, the plugs, the higher up people. I was getting things cheaper.
Yep.
So I was buying more at a time, and it turned into
A
what I
spot.
thought it, yeah, what I thought it wouldn't turn into, and that's how it goes every time for people. It
Yep.
never starts out as you're a junkie. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's always a fun thing, or you're just going to use it once, or you have this plan of just the weekend or just the one time, and then somehow something starts ticking in your brain and it starts changing the way you think. And it's just next thing you know, it's like, dude,
And
how,
you will lie to yourself. You'll
yeah,
lie to yourself and think that I don't have a problem. The thing is, I knew I had a problem. Even I could have saved myself from a lot of this stuff, but the drug had such a hold of me. Like I would lie to myself and be like, "Man, I don't got a problem. You know, I'm only doing this stuff 2, 3 days out the week. I don't got a problem." But I'm literally calling in from work because I want to go pick up drugs, or calling in late.
right.
And you know, I worked so hard to get this career going for myself. I was making damn near I was making 6 figures a year.
Yeah,
And to risk that, to even jeopardize that in any kind of way over drugs, you have a problem. And I wouldn't admit that to myself. And when I lost the job, it flew way out of control because I didn't want to accept what just happened to me.
right, right. The guilt, the shame, then you feel even worse and it just builds up. But I want to go back to something that you said because I feel like I deal with it a lot too. And I'm coming up like I'm right at 7 months sober, like in the next 2 or 3 days. And when you said like the ADHD, the mental health things, you don't feel like all right up in here, dude. I feel 100% the same. Like I feel like I'm like living, like there's other people that are able to sit down and focus and read books and like comprehend what they're reading and
Yeah.
like not get sidetracked and
Yeah.
like, dude, I, I like maybe I can do it, but I gotta reread the same page like 3 or 4 times, and it just, and then sometimes I'll think like maybe I am bipolar, maybe I am, um, you know, I forgot, like manic, or I have these issues, and I'll start thinking like I'll see these commercials on TV, you know, are you having issues? Are you depressed? Are you this? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, like I I think I am. Am I really depressed, or am I like making myself believe I am? I don't know, dude. I
Got,
really,
I've got a video coming soon on depression. My view on it,
yeah,
and I'll give you a little sneak peek. I think a lot of depression is in people's minds, and the reason I say that is because let's use like Mexicans as an example, like people from Mexico that come over here. Do you ever notice they're always happy?
and they work so hard, dude.
They work so hard, they're always happy. Well, when you look at the way they was raised on dirt floors, working 14 hours a day, working for a sack of beans. A lot of, and I'm not trying to say anything bad, so I don't want people to misconstrue that I'm trying to say, oh, Mexico sucks or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but people from Mexico and these other like poorer countries than America have a different point of view when it comes to happiness.
Right.
Them to come over here, and Americans are really depressed, dude. Like that's a really common thing in America, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of that has to do with how spoiled we are. We we think that we're just owed everything, and when we don't have it, we get down. And
Right.
you can look at these guys, and they're happy as hell, working 12 hours a day, breaking their back,
Yeah.
and they're sending money back to their family. You know, it's in the mind. That's what it boils down to. It's in the mind. You got to change your perspective, and
Yeah.
you got to look at the glass half full instead of looking at it half empty.
I 100%. I believe on I think like 95% is definitely in the mind. I do think there's some cases, maybe like 5 or 10%, or that is like chemical. Like
And
there's,
I put that in my video too because I think
okay,
you're right. You're right. I think there's a small percentage of people that actually do need to be medicated and things like that.
yeah,
But I think that's a way smaller percent than than what it's put out to be. And
oh,
heard, and I even heard Dr. Phil say that on a Joe Rogan podcast. And it's Dr. Phil is very reputable. I mean, he's a doctor, so he was even saying that 90% of the people medicated on Xanaxes and these depression meds, they don't really need to be on the meds. They need to fix what's going on in their life.
dude, that right there is like I use drugs because I was running and I was in fear. Like the reason I have out of fear gang, obviously, is because my entire life up until I was 27, I was living with fear. Like it consumed me. And the
Right.
only way out of that fear for me, or to live through it, was hard drugs.
Right.
The biggest thing I ever had to do was face the fact like of who I am, and then I had to like tell other people. I didn't have to tell them, but I can't keep living this life. You know what I mean? At one point, dude, I was getting ready to marry this girl. I was seeing my partner, right? And I had to make, a decision like, am I going to marry this girl and I'm going to live this whole fake life and I'm going to, go down that road? Or am I going to be, honest, and come out to everybody? And man, dude, it was some of the toughest times in my life. And I had 3.5 years. And that's why I relapsed on the 3.5 years, is because I got engaged, right? I'm with my partner, Mark. I've been dating him for like 2 years at that point. And it just hit a breaking point. We're like, what am I going to do, man? Am I going to sit here and hide for the rest of my life? And how am I even going to be in this relationship? How's this going to work? You
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
I had enough, but living in fear, that really killed me. So that's where the out of fear gang came from. But handling what's on the inside. That's what I was trying to get back to. I think is really
Hold on,
is really,
let me stop you real quick, right? I just want to tell you I'm proud of you, man. I respect you for doing what you're doing, and I think you made the right decision.
thanks, man. I think too. I think I did too.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. Life's been better than I could have ever imagined it because your imagination, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to come out. I got my best friends from the basketball team. I got my boys. I grew up in the swamp, bro, like in the Everglades. Like, you don't say stuff like that. Like, they
Right.
will beat your ass. Like, it's no
Right.
joke. So,
It's kind of like that from where I was from, too.
yeah, it was just a big, big hurdle. But what I wanted to say, okay, moving on to the next topic. Hey guys, we got 15 people in here. Just want to say hello real quick before we jump to the next topic. It's hard to read all the comments. I keep bringing it up, but let's see what they got going on in here. Josh, Dallas, this is so inspiring. Greg, that I've lost and gave up everything to come here for a new life. Gratitude and seeing a better picture everyone needs to work on. The gratitude for sure, man. 100%. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to Hustling 101, go make sure you do that. Tonight, go check out his channel. He's got great content. Trying to get him to 600 subscribers. I've been watching him grow since the beginning, and solid guy, good guy. But
Especially if you're looking for motivation to beat your drug addiction. I'm pretty good at motivating people, I feel.
yeah, even having something inspiring, just to
Right.
see someone change their life can inspire you in so many ways. And
Definitely.
now Josh is looking at. I'm gonna bring up the jail time.
Get
Um,
into it.
do you have any? What's the current news? I mean, do you know anything about like how much time you may be doing and what your thoughts are?
Yeah, it'll be between 3 to 6 months. I'm not sure if it'll be a full 6 months or less than 3 months, maybe, but it'll be in that little area. So, and basically, I go back to court March 15th. So I've got about a month and 15 days to, get my affairs in order and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to go on that date, but I'm preparing myself because I don't know.
Yeah,
They might tell me, and, I'm gonna go ahead and get into what I'm going through, I guess.
yeah, go ahead.
Um, I had caught a fourth offense DUI at this point because I caught my third offense in Atlanta, which I'm still going through that right now too.
Yep.
When I was, like I said, when I was at this job, I was making good money. That one day off was my release day. I would go crazy on that day.
Yep.
So in Atlanta, I was dating this girl named Bree, and we went out for her birthday. I was drinking. I was doing 100 miles an hour down the interstate. Got pulled over. The cop knew I was drinking, took me to jail. They let me out. I'm still facing that. Okay, that's been going on for over a year now.
Mm.
Now, yeah. Now this recent one was the one that changed everything. I left my job. I had fentanyl on me. I got pulled over. The cop, he determined I wasn't good to drive and everything. Took me to jail. I lost my job. I get out, and I've been going through that really since that 6 months ago when I started posting my first videos.
Mm-hmm.
That had happened probably 2 or 3 months before that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've been dealing with that ever since. And since then I've gotten clean, and I'm just prepared for it now.
Yeah.
Just
Honestly, mentally, I feel like you're very like you're in a good headspace for it. You
def,
know, you've kind of like accepted the fact that it's going to happen,
yeah,
and are you're getting your affairs in order. It's not like you're just gone to jail, but like I would be freaking out. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
That's another thing. Let's go back to mindset.
yep.
Uh, for one, I've done jail time before. Like I know all about it. It's really nothing new. I've not done it in a long time. And the last time I got out of jail, I promised myself I'd never go back, and here I am going back. But the whole Where was I at?
The mindset.
Oh, the mindset. Oh, it could be so much worse, dude. It could be so much. For one, I could be dead. Dude, I overdosed 6 times.
Yep.
Be dead. Another thing that I often think about is I could have the amount of times I've nodded out behind my wheel driving on the interstate or just in the. It's a wonder I didn't kill somebody. So I could be sitting here going for vehicular manslaughter. That you know what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So to look at this little 6 months, like for me to sit over here and cry about that, I think I got out pretty easy.
For sure.
It,
And
it,
hopefully, using that time to sharpen your mind even more,
oh,
you know,
I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna hit the ground running when I come out.
yeah, physically, mentally. And I know you got videos prepared probably for when you're in there to at least
Oh,
drop.
they're coming, man. They're gonna come the whole time when I'm.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm really, it'll be interesting to see your channel and how much it grows in that 6 month period, and honestly, documenting you getting ready, I think that would be a badass series to document. Like, hey, I'm 10 days away. You make a little series, and then you going all the way till you go in.
Yeah,
You can go until they tell you to stop filming or whatever, and then coming back out. I think that'd be a good series for people to watch too, maybe to get them mentally or how to get in the right mindset for.
try to figure out how to do that. The problem I would like to document myself literally turning myself into the jail.
Yeah,
Only issue I have with that, like I got a girl. I don't want to give my YouTube information to nobody and have anybody messing with my account.
yeah, that's a good point. The only way I think you could do it maybe is if you went live and had her go live from your
Yeah,
phone,
that would be a yeah, I could do that.
and that would be the last video that uploads when you go in. You
Yeah,
know,
I never thought about that. I need to do that though because it's definitely something worth documenting. I mean, it's
for for sure, man. That'd be good content. I mean, that's different. All right, so we got jail down. All right, so we're gonna go through a rapid fire question real quick. All right.
let's do it.
All right. First one. What's your favorite music genre?
My favorite music. I gotta say hip hop.
Hip hop.
Yeah,
Okay. Favorite music artist.
man, Lincoln Park.
Okay. Okay.
Which
Favorite type of food.
I like Mexican food. I like tacos and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, me too. Me too. Uh, Gym workout. Favorite workout to do.
I gotta say back day.
Back day. All right. If you went to go see a movie at the movie theater, what drink would you get?
What drink would I get? A Coke Zero.
Coke Zero. Okay. Next one. Favorite movie. If you're stuck on an island and you could only have one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Blow. I love that movie, man.
Yo.
I love it.
Oh god, you just be thinking about drugs the whole time. Oh shit, that's great. Um. Oh, you know what I was gonna ask you too, real quick. What was the? Did you ever do any college?
Nah, man, I never went to college. I dropped out of high school in the 10th grade. No, I ended up getting my GED later on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I went to a year of college in Key West. Literally, dude, I was the lifeguard at the pool in the lagoon. Like, we had a lagoon outside of our dorm rooms because I was going to be a master scuba diver. That was my plan. And dude, I did not make it to one class, bro. Like, legit, I smoked a ton of weed, sold a bunch of weed, and I didn't show up at any class, dude. And I ended up failing out. And then, yeah, that's all in my
I'm
in my. Um,
not the only one that's done that.
yeah, that's for sure, man. I'm just one of those people. Like, if I know what I want to do and I put my mind to it, like I'll go. But like, if I'm like fluttering around or like not knowing, like, oh, what are you going to college for? Oh, I want to be a dentist. All right, cool. Boom. Like you go, you do your thing. But like I didn't know,
I,
and
school top, man. I could see myself being an entrepreneur before I could. I'm just not the school top, man. I never have been. I've never done good in school ever my whole life. I was
Yeah.
on stuff as a kid because I just wouldn't sit still to do schoolwork and things like that. I hated it. Hated
Yeah. Dude, 100%. Yeah, I'm the same way. I would always be talking to people. I
Oh yeah,
get so much trouble for talking.
right here.
Yeah, yeah, dude. So we relate a lot in that way, man. I think that's why, like,
I
the
got paddled 4 times in one day one time when I was. This is back when they would paddle. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm, my mom, she full permission, like paddle his ass if he acts up.
we weren't allowed to do that. We had like in school suspension. We had out of school suspension.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Yeah, man, I'm older than you. So yeah, where I'm from, man, the school I was going to when this happened, it was real like how could I say, like redneck, I guess, like backwoods top,
Yeah.
old school type stuff. So they were real old school. Yeah, I got paddled 4 times in one day because I wouldn't stop talking in class. They would sit in the office. I got paddled. I would come back. I would immediately start talking again. They sent me and they did this 4 times. And finally, they said, "You just ain't gonna learn," and they put me in after school detention.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Dude, that was the same way. Someone just put Nick as a chatterbox for sure. Thank you, Dallas. Yep, I definitely, I definitely am, and I think it's why YouTube is such a creative outlet, and it's great for us because
sure, yeah.
we can just talk, be ourselves, put it out there, go on
Man,
to the topic. You know what I mean?
this has given me something. I think this right here has helped me in my addiction 100%.
Yeah,
I mean, just having this and seeing the community that I'm building up.
yeah,
You know, you almost take on a leadership position too, whether you like it or not. When you start on a channel, you're a
yep.
leader, and I feel like I got some people looking up to me at this point
Mm-hmm.
to stay clean. So, and I'm not saying that's the only reason I'm staying clean. I've always wanted this for myself, but that's definitely an extra incentive to do it.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
and it's such a creative like outlet. Like there's so many different things you can take it. Like you can do interviews with people. You meet people that you would never meet. Um,
yeah,
that's why I'm really excited about having these YouTubers called Out Loud. They have an age gap relationship, uh, and they make great content. One of them's a doctor, and he like talks about just all different things in the community and stuff. And they're the ones that are throwing this big out loud party in Key West. And I'm just excited to actually meet people in person.
yeah,
Like I want to meet the subscribers because they all see me. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Have you got any hateful comments yet? Or like any negative ones?
Not not many at all, but I have got them, but
Dude,
not many at all.
I get some real like on some of the videos, I mean, with when I have like 17,000 views or like 36,000, the one is 72,000, like there's a lot of comments and there's some people, bro, that just say things. I'm like, what
That
like
comes,
I I didn't even mention that. Like, what are you talking about? And then my first video I ever posted, my part one, I'll never forget this. I had a I had a Tim Tebow shirt on, like a jacket, and I had a stain on it where I spilt my freaking Chick-fil-A milkshake, right? And I did not know that Chick-fil-A and the LGBT community are kind of like butting heads, or they don't they
oh,
they support family traditions or something. And like, man, I had some people just roast me on the comment section like, oh, you're saying you're a gay guy and you go to Chick-fil-A and you support them. I'm like, dude, listen, their milkshakes are bomb. Like, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to go to Chick-fil-A. So yeah, there's just different. It's funny when you start getting that.
very- like this. It's a very sensitive community.
Yeah.
I will say that because you hear about it all the time in the news and things like that.
Hmm.
people have lost their whole careers over that. How sensitive because if you say one wrong thing, that community's blowing it. They're blowing it up,
Yeah,
blowing it up. So
we we
and
do have, we
a lot
stick
of it,
together.
yeah, a lot of it's deserved. The uh, people should allow people to be the way they want to be without judgment. That's almost like being racist.
Right,
Any of that, I don't agree with any of that. I don't think people should be racist, or you should allow people to, especially because it doesn't affect you.
right.
Yeah,
Yes, dude.
it doesn't affect you. So
100%, man. Um, so with that being said, talked about the haters. You haven't really gotten any yet, so that's awesome.
couple, two here and there, but not really.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. Well, when you do, uh, you, oh,
I should have put my phone on do not disturb.
yeah, that happened to me one of the first times I did it too. Um, so, man, we talked about a lot of good stuff here. Do you have anything that you want to talk about before I bring up this next topic? Oh, losing them, guys. Um, the world is so quick to find fault in something they don't like. Let people be who they are. Good job. Yeah, Greg, 100%. Dallas. Please consider a live stream when you're in Key West for those of us unable to attend. Gary, you got it. Between me and Geo and JC and Out Loud, there's going to be like 4 different YouTubers there. You should be able to see everything. One sign you have it is when you have haters. It means you are worth commenting. Hey, thanks, Paxit. That's awesome. So, yeah, you got any questions or anything, man?
Man,
Not to just throw you on the spot.
I probably got a million.
Yeah.
When somebody asks me, I don't have any.
Hey, I get that. I get that completely. So you know what? Let me ask some of these subscribers something real quick. All right. Anybody out there? We got 15 people watching. If you guys have any questions for the next like 5 minutes or so, feel free to drop them down. If you have any questions for Josh, let us know. We'd love to answer them, me or him, and just kind of see what you guys got to say.
And hey, you can put the comments like up on the screen, right? Can't you do that?
I have them right here. I didn't know that until this. Usually I had to click back and forth.
Yeah.
I had my phone vertical.
Right.
And I did one of these with a guy named C. I was having to go back and forth, and it was tough.
Yeah.
So, Paxit says, what is your morning routine?
My morning routine.
I bet you our morning routines are like so similar, but I want to hear yours first. Go ahead.
All right. So my morning routine, and it never fails. I wake up, I'll make eggs and oatmeal for breakfast every time. That's my breakfast every single morning. Like that's my staple. And I'll drink a couple of bottles of water with my breakfast. Get hydrated, get my breakfast in, get that digesting, and then I'll make me some coffee. And I'll drink my coffee on top of that. And I'm getting ready for the gym.
Yep.
After food has digested down a little bit, because that's a pretty big breakfast. I let it digest for about an hour. And then I'll drink my coffee and I'm off to the gym and I get my workout in.
Okay. All right. So mine is similar. I wake up at 4:20 on the dot every morning. My CrossFit gym class starts at 5 a.m. I go on a fasted stomach. So I'll drink water and then I'll have my cup of coffee. I go hit the hour-long CrossFit class. Then I hit my AA meeting or my 12-step fellowship. And then I head to work. So that's my morning routine. But it's funny how both of ours is working out. And that's what I thought yours was, because there's just something about like starting off in that mindset, like waking up in a bad mood. I mean, sometimes it just happens. You got stuff going on, you're stressed, but when you hit that gym or you hit that exercise or whatever you're planning to do, it just elevates the mood, man. It's like,
that's why I like the gym so much. It'll help. And what we're touching on right now, that's a good topic, and I'm probably gonna make a video on it. But the power of a routine,
Yes.
the power of a routine will change your life.
Yep. And people say, how do you get the motivation to start this routine? I get this question all the time. And what's your answer? How do you get
I got a perfect answer for that, and I'll tell you why people think that. Because before I started working out, I thought the same thing when I looked at people that had it. You build momentum, and it's
Yeah.
never easy at first. It's
Yep.
getting started. When you first start, it's going to be hard, and then what is going to happen? If you're anything like me, you're going to start seeing the results of your hard work, and it's going to turn into something that you didn't want to do, and you want to do it now because you've built this momentum and you're seeing these results, and those results feel good, especially when people are telling you, like people are coming up to you telling you, man, have you been working out? You look good. This, that, and the third. That just puts fuel to the fire, and it's like, damn, it turns into an addiction to me. It turns into something that you enjoy doing. But you got to get through that starting phase.
I was just, dude, you nailed it on the head. I was gonna say, especially that first week or two, that's
Yeah,
some of the toughest. And then just staying consistent, even when you don't want to go, and
yeah,
just
yeah.
there and trying your best, whether it's the treadmill, you're swimming, you're riding a bike, lifting. You just have to stay consistent with it.
You know,
So
sometimes I have those feelings. I still get those feelings. Sometimes I don't feel like going. Actually, today I didn't. When I messaged you and told you I was hitting chest,
yeah,
I didn't really feel like being there that day. But I was in there. I was getting it in. And sometimes those days turn into your best days.
exactly, dude. 100%.
Yeah.
That'd be a very good video for you to do too.
Oh
Like,
yeah. The way I look at it, I've got years and years that I can put into this. So just the ideas that they're never going to stop, and I'm going to keep pumping it out.
100%. Yeah, and if you guys don't know, check Josh's channel out, man. Hustling 101. This dude's like freaking jacked. It's ridiculous. And seeing his progress, it's incredible. Um, Someone wanted to put, or Kevin said, Josh, do you have a support system?
Yeah, definitely my mom, and I've got a couple of friends, couple of yeah, I got a couple of friends. I've got a small support system. I don't go to any kind of programs.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of developed my own program, which is the gym. It's worked for me before, so
Mm-hmm.
just kind of went to that again. But that's the program I'm working, and I don't advise everybody do that. I think programs are good for people.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just me.
Oh, 100%. And I really don't push the 12 steps or whatever on people because it's supposed to be attraction rather than promotion. That's what they
Yeah,
say. But for me, just having a way to work out problems in my life has been a huge thing. And like work my problems out in the steps
yeah.
with other addicts really, really has helped me. So that's the reason why I like it so much. So Josh, you do have a good support system. Cool. All right, here's a good one for you, Josh. Josh, through all that you've been through, what has been your biggest lesson?
Man.
Damn, that's a
Well,
good question, Greg. That's a
let,
good.
let me think about that. My biggest lesson. My biggest lesson is to don't self medicate. That's my biggest lesson.
Okay.
Don't self med because that'll lead you into a bunch of. If it wasn't for my alcohol abuse and my drug abuse, I would not have went through half of the pain I've been through in my life. So, so while it's taking pain away, it's adding it tenfold.
Yes, dude.
That's
A
my,
100%. Self-medicating has been one of my biggest ones, and thinking that I know the answer to everything. I don't know if that's ego, narcissist, like whatever you want to call it. That's been one of my biggest lessons, I'd say.
yeah,
Is
I've had a lot of ego, man. I can't lie.
the what?
I've had a lot of ego issues throughout my, you know what I'm saying? Like I've never been the top. You can't tell me nothing.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
like I'm gonna do what I want to do, and that's just the way it's gonna be. And there was a point or a long period where I was making all this money. I had all these girls. I was in the gym. I was looking good. I was doing what I wanted. And I just had this big head. Nobody could tell me anything. I was going to do what I wanted to do, period. And that's not a good way to be.
No, I was the same way, man. I'm not gonna talk about it on here, but because it's really egotistical or whatever, but I was the same, making all that money, doing all that stuff. I
Yeah.
thought, God, honestly, I did. But damn, yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. No self-medicating. Okay, so Paxit says, what are you looking forward to in the near future? What makes you inspired? Now, I don't know if he saw our previous topics that we had, but what are you looking to in the future? Maybe not with the YouTube thing, but and what inspired? What makes you inspired?
I'll tell you the biggest thing I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to getting this court jail stuff off of my back and seeing. I'm looking forward to truly living a sober life, like truly, because I haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think since I was 15 years old, I don't think I've ever went more than 6 months without getting high or drunk ever.
Yeah.
Even when I got clean the first time,
Mm-hmm.
still drinking a lot. Like I was still like on the weekends here and there. I think there was a point in that time where I went like a month or two without touching alcohol or anything, but that was it. I
Mm-hmm.
always. So I really want to be able to say that, hey guys, I've got a year of complete sobriety under my belt. That's something I've never done before, other than when I was a kid, you know.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Now he asked about the inspiration. Uh, man, you
Yeah.
know, kind of crazy. I used to take a lot of inspiration from Conor McGregor, the fighter. I used
Yeah.
to really watch his stuff, man, and he's a really smart dude, and just the way he goes about things, and I don't know, I like his work ethic. So I take inspiration from people, maybe not him specifically, but people like that, people with them real strong work ethics, and
Right.
people with the just people like that. That's where I get my inspiration from.
Dude, that's a good answer, man. Like having someone to look up to, you know?
Yeah,
Um, all right. So someone said having a regular structure, you need a solid foundation, 100%. Dallas, can you flex your arm at hustling 101? You see it, Dallas? Oh God, there we go. Um,
they go back and look at my channel and looked at what I looked like 6 months ago, don't they?
oh, dude, yeah. All right, so guys, I'm serious. When we finish this, if you can go over and check out his channel, support him, see what his videos are about. Like you will see what he looked like 6 months ago. It is incredible the transformation.
Yeah,
Seriously, he's putting out content that not a lot of people are. Um, and speaking about things that I think a lot of people are either scared to speak about,
yeah.
uh, or maybe it just hasn't been out there yet. So let's see. We all have our stuff. No one is perfect. I've lost 80 pounds in 2006 and took charge of my life, working out and physically more goal oriented. All right, Greg, 80 pounds is huge, man.
That's
Like, I'm just imagining taking an 80-pound dumbbell and just dropping it, and that's what came off of you.
heavy. Yeah, yeah. 80 pounds is a small, that's like a 15-year-old boy. Like,
Dude, that's serious. That's awesome, Greg. Congratulations, man. Keep it up, and I can't wait. I'll look forward to seeing you in the Key West adventure. Douglas Dean, hey, Nick, this is a pleasant surprise tonight. Hey, Douglas, been a supporter for a while. Well, did you lose a lot of friends? How do you make new friends? Dude, this is actually a very good question, Dallas. Okay, did you lose a lot of friends? I'm gonna let you answer this. And how do you make new friends?
man. So when I was through my addiction, you never really have friends, anyways, in that world.
Acquaintances.
I don't feel, yeah, you have connections and acquaintances, and they'll screw you over as fast as they can. So before that, to be honest, I had a lot of girlfriends. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I didn't really hang out with guys that much.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't so. I've been an introvert, man, for a long time. Ever since I got clean the first time, I've really been very introverted.
Yeah.
But and how do I make new friends?
This is a good question, dude, because I've had serious conversations with people about this.
The way I make new friends is normally always been at my job. Like I'm a very likable person, and I can talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Even though I'm introverted, like I'm real open, and I can talk to people, and I got a good spirit. You know what I'm saying? So it attracts a lot of people, I guess.
Yep.
But that's how I make new friends, you know. But I've always, I think the things I've been through in my life never allows me to let people too close to me.
Yeah. You keep them kind of at a
I
distance.
people at arm's length.
Yep. 100%. So
Yeah.
for me, how many did you lose a lot of friends? I've lost probably like close boys, like from this drug addiction and friends. I probably lost two or three, like super close people. Now I've known, I don't even know, 50 people, that I've lost through treatment centers and stuff like that. But close people, probably two. And how do you make new friends? Now this is big because in the 12-step fellowship that I'm in, it's always like if you're the new guy and you're coming in and you have this old life, but you're trying to start this new life. But
Right.
you want to sound like a weirdo and be like, oh, hey guys, you want to be my friend? Like you want to hang out? Like what the hell? Like we're 30 years old, you know what I mean? So what I found is that like talking to people, right? But then inviting, like I have to be the one that's like, hey, you guys want to go get breakfast? Or or like trying out something new. Like me and a group of people there just decided that we're gonna go try one of those sensory deprivation tanks as like a group. And I don't really know two or three of the people, but you can't really build like you. I have for me, I have to do stuff with people to build the connection, I guess, or the experiences that lead to the connection, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
All,
Yeah.
like starting kickboxing, that
Mhm.
was starting MMA. The CrossFit gym has been huge. I like sports and like community things that are group classes. And I think a big reason is one, I love the community and fellowship that comes along with it, as well as the workout. So whether it's like training for a triathlon, biking,
Yeah.
swim club, that's been one of the biggest things for me.
Man, let me throw something in here real quick that hit my mind when it comes to the friends. For anybody trying to like change their life up, getting clean and things like that, it's very important. Even though it's hard to do, it's very important to get other people that don't want to get clean away from you.
Yeah.
And like you said, the CrossFit thing and things like that. It's when you're trying to make new friends, you want to make friends in those new areas of your life, like the fitness, because a lot of other fitness people, they're not really into drugs. You know, a lot of them, I ain't saying all of them, but
Yeah.
most of them are into the healthy. And you know, the people you surround yourself with have a huge impact on who you are. You know,
Right.
they say if you surround yourself with 5 millionaires, you're going to be the sixth. If you
Right. Yeah, yep.
yourself with 5 junkies, you're probably going to be the sixth.
Yep. Or you hang out in the barber shop, you're gonna get a cut sooner or later.
Right.
Same thing, for sure. Um, so heading out, all right, go places where the type of people you want to be like gather. Yep, exactly. Um, it's hard for everyone to make friends as you get older. You really have to make an effort. Yes, that is 100% true. And I don't know, I really like that question because it's been a big thing. Like I always felt so awkward trying to meet new people and build these relationships and start another life and then also trying too hard. Like you don't want to be that guy either. That's like over like pushing like, oh, you want to hang out? And be like, yo, this dude's kind of like weird. You know what
Yeah,
I
you
mean?
don't want to do that.
Yeah. It's like finding that fine line. But
Just
man,
be yourself. You know, be yourself, and people, the people that like you will, you know, they'll come around, and that's the way I
yeah. Now, here's a good question for you, and I think I'm gonna end it on this because My partner just got home with some pizza, and I'm about to crush it.
Awesome.
What are your thoughts on manifestation, law of attraction, positive energy? Like, do you have any experience with that, or you do you
Well,
know the movie or the book The Secret?
yeah. Well, we
What
can we can go back. Are you done with the question? You want me to go ahead and
That's it. I just wanted to know. I was trying to put it all together.
all right, so we can actually go back to Conor McGregor on that. He talks a lot about the law of attraction and believing things and stuff like that. And I believe in it 100%. I believe
Hmm.
in manifestation, and it start like it starts in your mind. You
Yep.
manifest mind, and in that depression video I was telling you about, I talk about how you work your mind out the same way you work your body out. A lot of people think that they're just weak minded.
Hmm.
You may be weak minded right now. I was at one point. But the more you build that mental strength, you know who David Goggins is?
Of course, brother. You
And
already.
he talks about he's a perfect example. So he used to be a weak minded dude, whatever, this, that, and the third, and he flipped. And now he's one of the hardest mentally strong people in the world. That just goes to show you that you're not just born with a weak mind. You build that up. So I think that goes back into the manifestation and law of attraction and stuff like that. You can be whoever you want to be. And if you sell yourself this idea that you're just this way and this is the way it is, you're never going to go grow from that. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
dude, 100%. Like I've seen my life change, and I've seen plenty of others that, um, like they, you have a certain goal in mind or something that you want to do, and then if you just stay disciplined and stay consistent long enough, it happens. Like it's like things happen to you, and what's funny is it never happens in the order that you may think it's gonna happen in. Like you may like for me, like I've had different businesses and stuff like that, and I have a plan. Like this is the way I'm gonna go,
Yeah.
and it's the end goal. But what seems to happen is something comes up. I got to turn. I got to go this way. Then I got to turn back, get back online, and it's like I end up at that destination, but
Mhm.
it doesn't happen the way that I planned it to happen. But
Now,
staying consistent, I think, is the biggest thing.
yeah, sometimes doors will open that you didn't think were going to open too. Like, you never know. That's the whole like uncertain when it comes to success. It's such an uncertain thing. Nobody's guaranteed success and happiness. You got
Hmm.
you just got to go after it, and a lot of times, oftentimes, when you're doing the right things, doors will open that you wasn't expecting to open.
Oh, dude,
No,
yes, 100%. Or doors will close
doors will close. Yeah,
options for where you're trying to get to, or something that you didn't even think was possible
yeah, man. Yeah,
enter your mind. So, all right, man. Well, I'm glad that I wanted to ask you about that because I figured, with your mindset and everything, that you've got to know about it, and I just wanted to put that out there.
good.
So
That's how I feel about it, though. You know.
for sure, no, I appreciate it, and I think some of the people like it. Douglas Dean, this is really good advice. Thanks, Douglas. I'm going to end up logging off here. We made it an hour and 3 minutes. It
Yeah,
actually,
great interview, man.
dude, that went by really quick, man. I'm glad that I was finally able to have you on. I'm a big supporter.
Sure.
I'm gonna
I
be
appreciate
following you. If you ever need anything, let me know. If you ever want to come to Florida, I got 2 open bedrooms.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir.
you
When
got
I man, we'll have to hook something up. You know.
for sure. Everybody that's in here, if you give it a chance or when you get a chance, go check out his channel. Hit that sub button for him, and yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, man. I got to start doing these interviews myself. But I just want to say to everybody watching, thank you for sticking around and listening to my story and things like that. And if you decide to go check out my channel, thank you for that too.
Awesome. Well, guys, I love you all. Out of Fear Gang, we're out of here. Hustling 101. It's the second interview I've ever done on the channel, so hopefully I'm good. I don't know what the heck it's called. The person that runs the interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
thing.
We can do it again sometime, man.
Yeah, for sure. Well, have a good one, man. Have a good week, everybody. We love you all, and I'm gonna go crush this pizza. So
All right, man. Have a good night, bro.
it's been real. Have a good one. Later, bud.
All right, later.
Peace.